guys, so happy Friday. I have to, full disclosure, you're seeing my end of the day face. I realize I used to buy a really expensive foundation. So total side note, off topic, rabbit trail, you guys know how I am. I used to buy pretty expensive foundation. Then as I've gotten older, just because I've always been obsessed with makeup, but foundation was one of the things that I felt like laid like the canvas for your face. So I was willing to spend the money on foundation. But as I've gotten older, I realized that my skin is getting super sensitive as I get older. I used to be able to do anything to my skin, anything. And I never had acne ever growing up. I've never had, blackheads. I don't have big pores. Never had any of those issues growing up until I got older. And actually I didn't notice a lot of my skin issues until I was diagnosed with my thyroid imbalance. That's when I started noticing, just dry patches, really sensitivity to different chemicals. So strange enough is some of the foundations I used to use, which one of my favorites at one time was like Clinique. Where I grew up, we had we didn't have a mall or anything. And of course you can order online things back then, but we did have I am losing my thought of the store that it was. But anyway, they had like a makeup counter and you could buy some of those types of makeups there. We used to have that here where I live now. We used to have a Macy's here where you could buy, some nice foundations and stuff. But then it closed, and so I just had to resort to ordering online. But all of a sudden my skin I started getting like pimples and stuff, and never ever had that issue. I thought, okay, maybe it's just something else. But then I had ran out of the foundation, and so I just bought some drugstore foundation and my skin cleared up. And then I bought some more of the, usual like that I had gotten. I got the Clinique, and I had some Tarte foundation too, because I bought the Clinique again and my face broke out. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is obviously I'm having a reaction to this foundation. And who knows, maybe they had changed a formula or something. I have no idea. Like, it wasn't anything that I could pinpoint. But so I bought some Tarte because I really liked Tarte's makeup. So I bought the Tarte foundation. Same thing happened. So I started just buying like different drugstore foundations, and they seem to be okay on my skin. A couple of them I have broken out to, but if I stick to like Maybelline, great. CoverGirl, great. Okay, but CoverGirl hasn't been very good on my like dry patches and stuff. But like Maybelline and Revlon have been wonderful on my skin. So I just stick to that. But here's what I noticed since I've been starting doing videos. Although, here, another side note. Other Tarte stuff I'm fine with. Like I love the Tarte, what is it called? Tape, the concealer stuff. I love that. That's my favorite concealer. I use that all the time. But besides that, so the only thing is just the foundation that I can't use for some reason. So where was I even? Oh, so notice since I started doing videos, the beginning of the day, my face looks really good. I like how, the foundation wears and everything. But by the end of the day, it's very true. The drugstore foundation does not last. Does not. I can see such a huge difference between the beginning of the day and the end of the day with my foundation is gone. So I don't know. If you guys know of any drugstore foundation I can try that has like all day coverage, let me know, because I will try it, especially if it's from like I said, like Maybelline or Revlon. CoverGirl is okay. I cannot remember which other drugstore one that I did break out on, but I can't remember what it was. I was going through so many trying to figure it out. So anyway, sorry you're getting the end of the day face. I've had it's been a rough one, I have to tell you, but it's only going up from here. So I started out the morning talking to you guys about the challenges I've been having the last couple weeks with really staying on my game, staying on track, being less stressed. And I know I talked to you guys last Tuesday, I think, about my stress, and I thought I was handling it okay, and I just really wasn't being able to pinpoint exactly the source of it and where it was coming from. But I think I figured it out, and I took care of it. So it was just something to do with work, and it's something it's not my job, I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking it was my actual job that was causing this, but my work is busy, it's stressful, it's busy, but that wasn't the layer of stress that was on me that I was having trouble working through. It was an optional thing that I was doing, which I will talk more about, but I don't want to really say anything right now until it's official and I'm officially off of that. So it's just something kind of related to work, but not related to work, and it wasn't working for me, and it was just because there were some conflicts of interest, and I didn't like how certain things were happening, and well, I shouldn't really say that. I just didn't like how it was affecting my other job. So anyway, I hate to be so vague. I'm sorry. I hate that too. Whenever you're watching videos, it's always really vague. But until it's official on Monday, I just want to wait. So, but now that I know I've made that decision, I talked to my husband at length this week on lunchtime, which took up all my lunch. So I couldn't do any of my errands at lunch, but I'm glad that I did. I would have talked to him through my Bluetooth as I was, driving to where my errands I needed to do, but he has a Bluetooth in his truck at work, and for some reason when he's on that Bluetooth with my Bluetooth, it's like he gets a feedback really bad. It's probably because they have 2 CBs and all that stuff, and so I really wanted him, wanted to be able to talk to him without him getting all that feedback. So I just sat in the parking lot and talked to him until like 12:30, and then I had to go to the bank, because as much as I love bill pay, if you don't put the check in the bank, the bills still come out, that you can't stop them. So, and my husband's check does not do direct deposit, which is so silly to me. Everybody does direct deposit, and it's the most convenient thing ever. So I have to still go to the bank to put his money in there. And I forgot to do it yesterday, and all my bills, I give myself a 2-day buffer for the bill pay, but I didn't go to the bank yesterday. I completely forgot. So now that stress is off of me and I made that decision, I think now I'm going to be okay. But I did do a challenge. I am challenging myself, you guys. I am challenging all of you who want to join me. So I did talk about this on Instagram, and I did put a post in the Motivated Journey to Healthy Facebook. I think that's what it's called. It was Cherie from Motivate Muffins. She has a Facebook group, and I had the pleasure of her asking, having me join her. I asked her if she wanted help moderating it and everything. Anyways, now we're a team, and she's amazing, and you guys should be watching her, which I'm sure most of you are. Anyway, so in that Facebook group, I put a post on there as well today. So here's the challenge. I have totally fallen off of all the basics. I need to get back to the basics of a healthy lifestyle, and they are just so easy things to do, but it's so easy to fall off when you have other emotions going on in your life. And I am such an emotional person that I think that's why everything affects me, and which is what I feel really bad even about what I'm doing, about resigning from this extra duty thing that I was doing. I feel really bad about it, but on the other hand, I am such an emotional person, and it just wasn't working for me. I could not handle the emotional side of it, and I just can't, I am such, I don't know, I just can't do it. And that is the hard part, though, because I literally wear all my emotions all over, not just on my sleeve, on my whole body. And it's like, I would just let myself completely let go. And I was feeling terrible, you guys. I've been feeling terrible about what I'm eating. I've been just slacking on everything, and it just makes me really sad because I am doing this for so many reasons, and really losing weight is like the last reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to feel healthier, to feel better, to be good there for my family, and just to feel so good overall, and I've been feeling terrible. So I need to go back to the basics. So this is really a back to the basics challenge. I am challenging myself to 5 perfect days. Now, I don't have to do 5 perfect days all in a row. This is going to be 5 perfect days sometime between today, which I know today is already not going to happen, it's the end of the day, but I had originally said between today and next Friday. Realistically, you guys, it's going to be probably not starting until Sunday, just because I know how things are and I still have a lot to go through. But 5 perfect days, and here's the rules that I have set for myself for these days, what I will constitute as a perfect day. I am going to have these following rules, and you guys can choose whatever rules you want to choose for yourself, so don't have to feel like you're picking mine. Do whatever works for your journey and your lifestyle. So my number 1 is to track everything, every bite, lick, taste, everything. So I want to make sure I track it all. Number 2 is finish my water goal, or like meet my water goal. So whatever my water goal happens to be for the day, usually it's always the same at 96 ounces, but just depending on the situation, like if I have to travel or something for the day, I know realistically if I have like a 3-hour car drive or whatever, which I don't see anything next week, but just in case for work or something, end up having to go to one of the school districts, I'm not going to drink a bunch of water and then have to be on the road and all that. So that's the only time I ever adjust my water goal, but for the most part it's always 96 ounces. So that's the second thing. Third thing is do my workout. And I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. I just want to do some sort of workout that day. And then the other thing is a blue dot day. So that's a huge range. 13 to 28 points is what I have. So a blue dot day on that perfect day. And then another one I'm doing, which is totally probably unique to me, and that's my intermittent fasting. And I have a reason for that. So I want to make sure I fast either 14 to 16 hours. That's always my goal. And then I'll tell you why that is so important to me, and why me being off of that the last couple weeks, I've been off my game on that, and it has caused some other issues, totally emotional, like I was saying. So I'll get to that in just a second. So that is going to be my goal. So 5 perfect days. Those are my perfect days. Join me if you want to, and leave me a comment down below if you plan on joining me, and let me know what your perfect day is going to look like. And also, I am so excited. So Andrea, I don't know if it's pronounced Andrea or Andrea, she always comments on my videos. Say hi to her down there. So anyway, Andrea, I was talking about planners in, I think, my Tuesday video. Was that the one I was talking about planners, trying to find the perfect planner? Oh yeah, because I went and bought those ones. I got one of Marshall's. Now, I love those little notebooks that I got. Love them. I'm using all 3 of them for a different purpose, and I love them. So I will definitely be picking up more of those. They fit perfect in my purse. I have one that's for like brain dumping for YouTube videos ideas, and the other one I'm using for what am I using it for? Just general stuff, you know, around the house. And then the other one I'll probably just use for like my meal planning and stuff. So anyway, she told me about a planner called the Clever Fox Planner, and I went and looked at it, and it is exactly what I was looking for. I hope it's as beautiful in person as it looks on there, but it looks like it has everything in it. She must have like really listened to everything I wanted, because it has everything in there. So they have them on Amazon for $19.99. They have a website too, which it was funny because they are on sale on their website for the same price, but with Amazon I can get free shipping and get it in by Sunday. So I ordered it today. They had it in like 3 colors. That's the only thing on their website. They had a lot more colors, although the color I wanted on their website was out of stock. Okay, so that is my challenge to me. So I'm actually, this energizes me so much. I actually had Krista on the Facebook group ask, you know, if this kind of challenge and doing these kind of like rules, if it is better for me, you know, like if it's a good thing as far as, I can't remember exactly how her comment was. Sorry, Krista, I cannot remember what it was. But basically asking me if it makes me more anxious and nervous to do these types of challenges, or if it helps me. And it energizes me so much when I do this type of thing. And I think it's just because it's almost like, it's like I was telling you guys with the pantry challenge and the vegan challenge, it just gives me like this more renewed, like it gives me a goal. And you know, even though like I always have this kind of like weight loss goal in my head, like this is where I want to be, I feel like that doesn't energize me as much, but this really energizes me, and it gets me, you know, excited, and it gives me kind of like a mission. Like I really like missions. I've always liked like scavenger hunts, and I don't know, like that's just, I know it's kind of a weird analogy to compare it to a scavenger hunt, but that's really how I look at it. It's almost like, you know, it just gives me, you know, something to do. Always, like when I was younger on like video games, or even when I was younger, I played video games when I was an adult, you guys, so I'll be honest. But one of my favorite things about on video games were missions. Like I always loved to do missions. So you give me a mission, or if I can get achievements, things like that, that always was my favorite thing. So it's almost like this is an achievement. So it energizes me, it gets me going. So anyway, so I was gonna kind of talk about the intermittent fasting a little bit, because I don't do it, I mean, and I'm gonna still do a whole video on it because I still get questions about intermittent fasting. I just haven't done the frequently asked questions yet on it, just because I felt like the other two topics I did were my most frequently asked questions. So anyway, I don't do intermittent fasting for the weight loss. I don't even really think I've noticed a huge like amount of weight loss since I've been doing it. I did it out of curiosity to begin with. That was the only reason why I tried it, because I've been hearing about it, and I always kind of felt in the back of my mind that I was eating breakfast more as a duty, and as a like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You need to eat breakfast and and most of the time I never felt hungry. So then when I started doing things, you know, when I was doing like Simply Filling, and it was all like eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, and then I started really questioning myself, thinking, well, I'm really not hungry, so am I doing something bad to myself? Is that bad emotionally, you know, that I'm eating when I'm not hungry? So I wanted to try the intermittent fasting, and I realized I really am not hungry at breakfast time. I mean, if I eat the right thing at dinner time, and if I'm eating a whole foods, like you guys know, I really love to eat whole foods first, and I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I like to eat avocado, and you know, if I'm eating that kind of stuff, I am full and I'm not hungry at breakfast time. But the main benefit from intermittent fasting that I got was the mindless eating. I stopped doing that. It's almost like, because I knew I had this really small window of time to eat in. I mean, I know 8 hours is not a small window, but it is when you're at work all day. So I literally have between 11 to 7 to eat, which is to me a small window, considering I am at work until 4:30 and I get home at 5, which gives me only 2 hours to eat dinner and eat anything else I'm going to eat after 5 o'clock. So, but that completely stopped it. It's like it changed my mindset until I get stressed out and I let emotions get the best of me. And that's when I stopped doing all that. I started mindlessly eating. So I haven't been really eating dinner. I just posted a like what I've eaten video the last couple weeks, as far as like weekends. I did the last 2 weekends, and then plus the meals this week. I only had like 2 dinners this week, 2 or 3. No, 2 I think, because the wonton salad was this weekend. So 2 dinners, and that's it, because I haven't been eating dinner because I've been grazing and mindlessly eating all day. Now, it hasn't been unhealthy stuff, so I think that's another way I rationalize it in my head. Well, I'm eating bananas and apples, and I'm eating, you know, just some crackers, but I'm eating a serving size, and I'm eating this, but I'm not tracking it, so who knows? Maybe I am eating too much. But I feel like since I'm making like a light cheese stick, a light yogurt, you know, I'm eating only healthy stuff. I bypassed things like, we had donuts sitting on our tables the last 2 days. We've had bagels sitting on our table the last 2 days at work. I have not been eating any of that stuff. I've been bringing a lot of healthy foods and eating those, but I've been doing it mindlessly and doing it when I'm not hungry. And that is the part I've been trying to change about myself for this entire time. So it's like I set myself back so much in my mind. And so now it's just like I'm starving in the morning because I'm not eating anything healthy at dinner, because I'm just grabbing a yogurt just because I'm just not hungry because I've eaten all day. So, and I knew that wasn't going to sustain me. And it's just been this vicious cycle. And that has probably been like my, greatest accomplishment, changing my mindset when it comes to, not eating when you're hungry, or not eating when you're not hungry, and changing that mindset and comforting myself. That was just, feeding the emotions. And that is so bad when you're trying to, eat a healthier lifestyle, just be a healthier person. So anyway, that's why intermittent fasting is one of my goals of my 5 perfect days. So I'm at home now, so I'm going to let you all go. I want you guys to let me know if you're going to join me on this challenge. And I can't wait to talk to you guys on Monday, because I want to get back to normal. So back to normal next week. Videos will be back to normal. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow in grocery haul. And I'm filming my October favorites video this weekend, so that will be up on Monday. And then I will do a Monday vlog, which will be up Tuesday. So that'll be the next time I talk to you guys. And again, if you're not part of our Facebook group, there's a link down in the description box, so click on that, join our group. Lots of motivation, lots of great ladies there, and you can join me on this challenge. So also my Instagram is down there as well, so I am going to try to update on there throughout the week too on my 5 perfect days. So I will talk to you guys all later. Bye guys. I see the light inside your eyes. You make me feel like I'm awake. I don't know why you make me shine like a star in the sky.